Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Neo XO coming back at y'all with the Black Clover spoilers for chapter 326. I know y'all seen them spoilers, bro. We got to talk about them. If you didn't see them spoilers, we about to talk about them, so you about to know. So this chapter crazy. Really, it focuses on Lee Bei and Asta. We get some dialogue between them. The fight continues between Lucifero and Asta, Nacht, and Yami. Don't forget about that. That fight definitely continues, but to me, that's not the highlight of the chapter. Now, this is not a review or nothing like that, but I just felt the need to straight up point that out right at the beginning about Lee Bei and Asta, because this right here, this is the moment that we needed to basically level them up to that perfect Devil Union mode, because Nacht already said they not even in perfect Devil Union mode. But after this chapter right here, what I'm about to tell you guys, especially if you haven't seen any of the leaks or any of the spoilers or anything like that, you can be like, dang, that's some good writing. But getting right into some of the leaks, the main leak that I want to talk about is, like I said, the Lee Bei and Asta leak. So basically, Lee Bei and Asta are in Devil Union mode. I really like how they treat it as two different characters, even though is one body that they're united in, you know what I mean? So anyways, Lucifero is doing damage to them, and it kind of feels like Lee Bei is hopeless for a split second, because he starts to break down, and you know that Lee Bei and Asta can share a connection as well as memories, you know? So it seems like every memory that Lee Bei had of Lasita is flowing into Asta, and Asta's understanding how Lee Bei feels. And there's just so much to talk about in this chapter. Honestly, I'm really hyped to review it. Like, once I get all the translations and everything, really hyped to review this chapter. It's a good one, guys. So basically, Lee Bei, all of Lee Bei's memories are flowing into Asta about Lasita. Lee Bei is like in his base form, like as a kid though. Like, he's in his base form as a adolescent. Like, I mean, he's very, very young. Pretty much how we saw him in the flashbacks is how we see him portrayed in this chapter right here. Remember, whenever Lasita and Lee Bei when Lasita first found Lee Bei, he was a really small child, if you want to say it like that. We know devils live for a long time, but Lee Bei was a child at the time. So whenever he was found, his form then is the form that he appears in this chapter. And I want to say that because we have seen him take forms, and people are always like, what, that doesn't even look like Lee Bei. Remember whenever we first seen like Asta's devil, people were like, that doesn't look like the shadowy figure. But right here, it's kind of like Lee Bei appears to be however he's feeling, you know? So it's in this space, and you know, I'm gonna get right into the dialogue now. So he says, mind you, this is rough translations, y'all support the officials, please, because this is a bomb series, bro. You gotta support the officials. But anyways, if she hadn't met me, then Lasita wouldn't have died. And he's like, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's like, dang, he just started breaking down crying. And that made me get emotional too, because it's like, dang, bro, like, that's how he thinks about it. Like, he thinks like he is the reason Lasita died. But moving on to more dialogue in this chapter, we have Asta showing some brotherly love. At this point, he knows that Lee Bei is pretty much his brother. Like, in this chapter, he finds out, he pretty much knows. Like I said, Lee Bei's all his memories go into Asta. That, I think that's going to lead into Devil Union mode. I'm going to save some of the, you know, analyzation to the review, you know. But basically, let's go over the dialogue. I know you want to hear it. I had no idea about your pain, Asta says to Lee Bei. And then he's like, he tells Lee Bei, I had hardships as I was the only one who couldn't use magic. But because of that, I met you. Very true. Like I said, I'm not going to analyze it too much, but that's very true, because Lee Bei was in the 5-leaf grimoire. Asta didn't have magic, and Lee Bei had anti-magic. If Asta had magic, the anti-magic would not have been compatible. We've seen even Julius, one of the mightiest wizards of all time, hold Asta's anti-magic, one of Asta's anti-magic swords. And he was like, dang, it's even draining my mana. And you know, he has a lot of mana. So anyways, moving on, I'm gonna get some more into depth during the review. Your anger and pain gave me power. Thank you. That's good right there, bro. That's some good stuff. Basically, Asta is standing tall and helping Lee Bei, even though we know Asta is in a bunch of pain. He's like, you know what, Lee Bei, you are my partner, so I will look out for you. And Asta always been like that. He always been like that, because whenever Yuno was in a compromised position and he was feeling down, whenever they took his jewel, his stone, his magic stone in the beginning of the series, Asta did not hesitate to go in and help Yuno. And that's the energy right there that basically inspired Yuno to even want to become the Wizard King. And Asta just has that effect, that type of effect on people, where it's like he's selfless, very, very selfless. So I mean, everybody like Asta. So Asta really cool. Nobody can really say they hate Asta. But let's go over some more dialogue leaks in this chapter. So they say, "I am not alone," and then he's like, "Let's go, brother." So yeah, Asta knows that Li Bei is his brother. Man, that's some good stuff, bro. Like, that's some good stuff, bro. I like this chapter. But they both realize, and in this chapter they say, "I am not alone." And Asta says, "Let's go, brother." I don't know what else to say, bro. Like, if y'all don't like this chapter, I don't know what to tell y'all, because this is like a good chapter, because we knew as the audience that Li Bei was Asta's brother, but we finally get to see Asta realize that they're brothers, and it couldn't be a better moment. I mean, I feel like, me personally, that was a really good way to reveal to Asta. I mean, they're fighting against the strongest devil, Lucifero. They need to win this battle, honestly, because if not, a lot of the world will be doomed. But I feel like that was a good way. Long story short, I feel like that was a good way to let Asta realize that Li Bei is his brother. And by extension, I'm pretty sure that Asta realizes that Lysita is his mother. But in this chapter, he says, let me go over the other dialogue. This at the end of the chapter, this the dialogue. Asta says, "I don't care if you're the king of the devils, but how dare you kill the mother of my partner?" And you know, this is not the review, so I'm not gonna get too in depth with it. They got some people saying that Asta knows that Lysita is his mother. They got other people saying Asta doesn't know that Lysita is his mother. Me personally, take this with a grain of salt, because I'm going off of leaks and not the official chapter, but I feel like Asta knows that that's his mother. I mean, he just seen a bunch of memories from Lysita, and you gotta realize, whenever Asta was doing the devil binding ritual with Li Bei saw Asta, and then he saw Lysita in Asta. So Asta would probably realize, if he's getting all of the same memories as Li Bei, the same thing that Li Bei realized. So that's just what I want to say on that. But as far as people are going to take the dialogue literally, so this dialogue right here, "I don't care if you're the king of the devils, but how dare you kill the mother of my partner?" I feel like he just saying that because even though Lysita is his biological mother, Lysita was more of a mother figure to Li Bei. Asta never really knew Lysita at the end of the day, but it's still his mother, so they're brothers, you know, because he did say, "Let's do this, brother." But yeah, man, that's some good leaks. That's a good. I'm hyped for this chapter, bro. Like, I can't wait till we get like clean scans, clean translations, and it officially comes out. I might do a couple different videos on this chapter, honestly. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been your boy NeoXO, and I'm out.